Hey everyone. So I wanted to do a quick update on my Opinel knife. I decided to keep the Opinel carbon knife. This is a number 7, as it says there. In my first video, and if you haven't seen it, you can check it out. I'll post a little information in a little box there. I also ordered a number 8, and it was a olive wood, which I really like the wood. But I had read a lot and was watching a lot of videos about the carbon blade, and I decided that the number 7 felt better, and I just liked the feel of it in my hand, so I kept the 7 and ended up returning the 8. But carbon blades, the interesting thing about them, and why I actually opted to keep this, one, it was really sharper out of the box, but two, is that they develop their own patina over time. So I'm going to lock it and open up the blade here, and then lock the blade in place. And I don't know if you can see, but already there's a little bit of a patina happening here and right on the top edge. Now this mark showed up, and if those knifeys out there, if you know, this is a little bit rougher. I look at it really close. I don't think it's rust. I think it's just a form of a patina on the blade. But what I'm seeing the patina is there's this line coming here, and there's a line starting to go down. So it's not as shiny as it once was. And my fingerprints have been on this blade, obviously from shooting the video, but also from just handling it. And so I think the natural oil that was there when it came from the factory is all gone. And of course, oxidization is creating a patina. Now you can force a patina, and I'm hesitant to do that. I may shoot a video of it. I found a couple videos online and read a couple blogs and some really interesting ways of people using mustard and vinegar and anything acidic. There was one guy that stuck it in a potato for 24 hours and it came out and the whole blade was black. The acid or the acidity of whatever you're using will create and force a patina on the blade, which is pretty cool. And a lot of people like doing that. What I have decided to do, and I'll just put the blade down there for now without closing it, is I decided to get some mineral oil. And as I read online that mineral oil, there's two functions for this mineral oil. If you're a knife person and or have some form of carbon steel, and you may potentially be using that carbon steel with food, mineral oil is an excellent thing to put on the blade, just a little bit, or put on the carbon steel wherever it may be, so it prevents rust. All right, it's something that most people suggest doing it once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, depending on how often you unfold and fold down the blade. So I bought this thing from the local pharmacy, and it was just under $10. I think it was like $8 or whatever, and it expires, I'm not sure if you can see that. Let's see. There it is. Let me find there. October 2021. So I've got a few years to use this, and right now my Opinel is my only carbon blade that I have, but if I were to purchase more, then I could use the same thing. Forgot to mention the other use for mineral oil, for those that need it, is you can find this in the section with the laxatives, because mineral oil is essentially a good laxative. Relief of dry, irritated skin is another use for this mineral oil. Okay, so I just put a little bit of mineral oil in here. I'm not sure if you can see it. You may be able to see it there because it looks like a little oily, a little thick. I've got some ear swabs or Q-tips, and I'm going to dip it in the Q-tip and clean the blade. I haven't used water, but I have used a microfiber cloth here just simply to wipe down the blade of any fingerprints. And so I'm going to technically put this in the oil and now just rub the oil on the blade itself. And so I'm just putting a thin layer of mineral oil on the blade, trying to get it in all areas of the carbon. And this is the area of concern. I don't know if you can see it. Again, if you notice what that is, if you think I should take some sandpaper to that to remove it, let me know. My understanding is you'd want to use like sandpaper at about 1,000 grit with a little water, so like wet sanding it to remove a thin layer of the blade. That would actually essentially remove the patina. And then do this top part up here as well. And so now I'd probably just let this sit here for maybe about, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes, and then I would take the other one and just move it around a little bit more. And that's it. So, just to give you an idea how much of mineral oil I actually used, in this container here, I just filled up the cap and then dumped the cap into that little container. So, and even then, I still have extras. I could probably do like 1/4 of a cap. Okay, I'm back. I'm just inspecting the knife, and there's still a bunch of oil on it. So So I'm going to take this other Q-tip that's clean, and I'm just going to rub it in a little bit more. That way there's no drippage. That looks a little bit better. It looks a little bit thinner. Take this other end here that's clean and do the same thing but on this side. Pushing it all the way. Yeah, there's a bit too much on this one. And that's it. So there's a film, oh, sorry. There's a thin layer there, and a thin layer there, and that would be it. I'm gonna leave this out again just to let it dry out a little bit, tiny bit more, and then I'm gonna close it up. And that's all I do now. Again, as I mentioned, I don't put anything on the wood whatsoever. I don't put anything on this lock collar. It opens really smoothly for me right now. If you think I should do that, let me know. I also don't put anything here. I'm imagining these are different metals anyway. It's just the blade itself. Yeah. And so that's what I do to the knife. If you like the video and you like this type of thing, this project or this type of weekly sort of style of video of how to maintain specific things, let me know. You can leave a comment or hit the like button. That's always a great way. New to my channel, this type of thing interests you, hit that subscribe button. And beyond that, that's all I got for you today. So enjoy the rest of your day.